as Dash of Dave. He'll take some scraps and bits of this, turn them into something you can't miss. Junk journals, tapes, and crafts galore. He'll have you begging, show me more. Oh, Dash of Dave, oh, what a sight. Mixing colors, day and night.
Well, hello, witches, werewolves, and wizards. Thank you for joining me. My name is Dash of Dave, and I am day 20 of Creep on June 2025. The collaboration by Tracie Fox. All the digitals that I'm using today will be from her kit, which is Nevermore Ledger. I'm using some papers. I've picked out the bits that I'm going to use rather than I work for an environmental charity, and I'm a bit of a don't print more than you need type person. So I'm printing. I've got things from the bases, the ephemera, and the papers. It's called Nevermore Ledger. You'll be able to find it on Love Junk Journals on Etsy. Also go to traciefoxcreative.co.uk, which is her website. All these will be in the description to find the calendar of who's doing what on what day. But I am day 20. Well, I'm not day 20, obviously. I am Dash of Dave. I'm actually the Dave in the Dash of Dave, but you won't find me dashing. So it's Nevermore Ledger, and kind of the theme that goes with it is in Tenebris Veritas, which I didn't do Latin, so I asked I literally asked Siri how to pronounce that. That means in the darkness there is truth. So that's the kind of theme for it. So I'm going to show you what we're going to make. Well, it's not finished because we're going to make it together, but I'm going to show you some elements of it. So I started off with a bit of a prototype, which I always do. So I've got this. This is not the finished thing, obviously. This is just the prototype. And this is what we're going to make today, which is it opens up. It's a little folio playing on a coffin. And I will show you how that evolved into what we are going to make. So I haven't actually put it together. So I made a little box for it. You know I like making boxes. This isn't in the video how to make this box. If people want me to show you how to make this box, I will show you how to make the box, but because it doesn't feature the kit, I decided not to include it and not make the video overly long. So it's a little box, and inside this is where we're going to have our journal. So I will show you how that happens. So just in case you want to know, the box is made from, it's cardboard, it's veneer laminated onto craft card, and well, it's actually made from craft card and then covered with this veneer, and then it's actually this one, but I've just stained it a little, made it look a little older, like it's been dug up. Okay, so this is what we're going to make today, and we are going to cover it with Tracie's papers. So we have this that opens up. It's got a bit of a side spine so that it can take extra bulk, and then we've got these various pieces, all with a tab either. So these are the tabs for the top wings, and then we've got the top, and we have the bottom. So we will stick those down, and then we will start decorating. So anyway, so thank you for joining me if you are here. Well, thank you for joining me if you're here. Well, that's a stupid statement, isn't it? Because if you're not here, I can't thank you because you're not here. So I'm feeling a bit giddy today. I will warn you. You are all well and truly warned. Oh, blimey, so giddy I can't even get the thing in the hole. Hang on. I'm feeling a little giddy, possibly due to the fact that it's very warm, and well, it's very warm for the UK anyway, because I appreciate that it's not warm when people in the UK say, "Oh, it's so warm," and then we tell you what it is, and then you guys think that's not warm. Sorry, I'm just rubbing out the pencil marks. You think it's not warm, and yeah, to you it's not, but to us it is, because it's like having a hot shower most of the times, because it's usually very humid as well. Apparently that's one of the things. Even people that are used to really hot temperatures come here and think it's a bit overwhelming, because it gets very humid. So, which is a very strange thing to be talking about, humidity and warm temperatures, when you're putting a coffin together, isn't it? I mean, like, not putting a coffin together. So, but the shape of a coffin. Coffin Ledger. Doing Halloween in June is playing with my mind. It's playing with my mind, which is fine. Something needs to play with my mind. It keeps it awake then. So, anyway, I don't know. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Neither do you. That's fine. We're all in it together. So, so yeah. So what I did was I cut these with a tab on, so that I could stick them in the various places. Now what I'm doing is I'm just placing it so that it's in the middle of the night. No, not that. Don't start singing, Dave. Oh, by the way, if you've not been here before, I apologise in advance. Singing just happens. It's part of my inner being. Inner being. Sounds like I've got something inside me. I don't have a tapeworm or anything. It's not part of... Dave, shut up. You're just making it worse. It's part of the rhythm of my life. I literally have a rhythm that plays out loud. Sometimes it sounds like I've got no rhythm, and I've got rhythm, I've got music, I've got... No, don't even sing that. Yeah, so it just... I can't sing. It's not like I've got, this amazing talent to share with the world. My talent is craft. It is not singing. Doesn't stop me, though. I sing for me. That's all that matters. So yeah, there you go. So we've got these bits that open up, and I just want to make sure that they all kind of still close up. Yes, it does. That's good. So then it opens up like that. Then we'll stick the bottom on. Let's make sure our bottom's in place. Misses. Right, I'm just going to shape the bottom. Yes, my bottom does need shaping, to be fair. Shape the bottom of here. And then we will glue said tab. We'll glue some said tab. I was just about to add with some glue, but obviously that's, you're gluing something. You're usually using glue, aren't you? I'm going to glue said tab with an elephant. Size of an elephant. No. Sorry. Again. Sorry, not sorry. It's kind of that double-edged sword of sorry, not sorry. Sorry for you having to listen to it, but not sorry for doing it. Oh, these have got some pencil marks on, but we'll take those off in a minute. So my idea for this was that we've got multiple people buried in a coffin. It wasn't the coffin that carried them off. It was the coffin that carried them off in. It wasn't the cough that carried them off. It was the coffin that carried them off in. How to ruin a joke. Dave 101. So there we go. So what we've got is, it doesn't matter which way round you kind of fold this, but this way, this way, this way, this way, and this way. Oh, hang on, that doesn't quite go together. So what we want to do is make sure it does. Let's see if it goes better that way. That way, that way. That way. Yes, it does. That way. Oh, something's sticking out there. Something is sticking out. Right, I think there might be a little bit needs to come off here. That's fine. We can alter as we go. We do not specialise in perfection. We specialise in creativity. I have my two Okay, so somebody will ask that's new around here. Why have you got 2 of these blades on hand? I have 2 because I usually put 1 down and then lose it, and 2 just means I've got double my chances of finding it again. Yeah, so I didn't make a very good job of that. So let me just use a pair of scissors just to neaten it up. Not necessarily this case, but such a tiny sliver to take off. There we go. Yeah, I have 2 so that I can find them again. In theory, doesn't always happen. They're sometimes both hiding at the same time. It's fine, you know. So there we go. Yeah, so then that goes like that, and then that's going to go in there when we've done. So it's going to sit in there. It's going to be, you know, we can highly decorate the front. We can then pop that in there, and it's a nice little coffin journal. So let's get decorating. Let's get decorating. I want to get decorating. Let's get into decorating. Let me hear your body talk. Oh, it's all gonna fall on me. So, these are the kits, the pages of the kit that I printed. Now, I printed these using the laser printer at work, simply because I thought I had enough ink in my inkjet, but what happened? It didn't. And then, what is it with printers? I don't know what the problem is. So when it runs out of black ink, why the heck can't it continue to print colour? Okay, why? I don't know why. So then it wouldn't play. So anyway, so these are what we're going to use. Now what I was thinking, I was going to cut these people to be the people in the coffins, and what we're going to have is we open the coffin up and there's a person inside. We open this coffin up and there's a person inside. We open this up and there's a person inside. We open it up and there's a person inside. We open this up and there's a person inside, and then you open it up and there's a person inside. So yeah, so that's the route that we're going down, which means we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people to put in a coffin. Now, if my neighbours are listening in, then I'll be thinking, what's going on next door? He's up to his tricks again. So I was thinking of him or her. I don't know what her. Maybe him, although he is the Grim Reaper, and maybe he should be on the front. So let's just put him at the front. Maybe him. Hang on, what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I think I did have some more. Oh, hang on. Some of them got printed double-sided because I have printers set for duplexing. Oh yeah, him. I thought that's there and there, and maybe that one somewhere on the front, or maybe inside the box lid, or something of that ilk. Then I was thinking about, so this is the day 20 piece of ephemera that I'm going to use. Now I'm not going to use it as this folio. I'm going to use it for the lining of inside a coffin. So I'm going to use that. I've got some bits of ephemera. I've got some of the background pages. Look, so background pages, more ephemera. Again, same ephemera, just printed in a different size. So what I did for this, so how did I turn this size into this size? What I did was I put it onto a Word document and rotated it to fit the page horizontally, and put another piece next to it, and that's how I reduced the sizes and got multiple images. I've done that before. That's something I do quite often, because sometimes I want the pieces to be smaller. You can do it with any of the pieces. It doesn't have to be that's when my printer at work was deciding I was going to do it all in black and white. And to which I said, no, heck no. Yeah, so, oh, and then these are the ones where it was like, no, you're doing that double-sided, and I was like, no, I'm not. So anyway, I can use, but at least with the double-sided ones, I can go, oh, I need another one of those, or no, I need another one of those. So, you know, it's all good in the hood. So, as they say, on the day, don't try and make it all rhyme, Dave, because you get into very hot water, very deep hot water very quickly. So, with that said, let's get on and get doing. What does the thing say? And the silken sad uncertain rustling of each purple curtain thrilled me with fantastic terrors never felt before. I might use that piece inside as well. So, anyway, I think what I'm going to do is every piece I have, every image I have, I'm going to have lying on some of the patterned paper. So, and like I say, I've got some double-sided stuff, so I think I might use, I don't know whether I'm going to use those that size. They might be a bit big for what I want, so actually I'm going to think I'm going to, right, let's get these out because these are double-sided. So each one will be used for inside a coffin, and then I'll use the smaller ones. Yeah, that's right. So I'll use these because they're single-sided backgrounds. Single-sided background, single-sided background. You know, I might not need the double-sided backgrounds at all. So I'll put that to one side. I will use it, and I will come back to it. That I will put to one side as well, and those I'll put to one side until we've done something with these, because we need the backgrounds first, because then I will cut these out so that they're lying on top of it. So I'm sorry, but that's how my brain works. That's just how it, well, I say works. The jury's out as to whether it works or whether it's just, you know, it's there. That's how my brain is there. Now I did have a, oh, I do, it's here, a template of my coffin. Now, does it still fit? Yes, it is. It's just fractionally smaller, and that's because we want these to kind of sit on there, but have maybe a little bit of a black frame on it, so it's not too close to the edge. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good, great. We've got 6 backgrounds on which to. You know, I know that this, like, it's almost like it's coming as a revelation to me that I've got 6 backgrounds, but I intended to have 6 backgrounds. It's just when I was printing them at work, I was trying to do this. You know, I was trying to do my job as well. I was trying to do this and also doing my job. And people kept asking me questions. It was so rude, you know, for people to expect me to do my job while I'm at work. But you know, it's all good. So, I need a pen that I can write on with. Let's find a pen. I could be here a few days just trying to find a pen. I don't know whether a pencil will work. We'll try a pencil. It might work. And you know what I could do is I could do it on the back. But what I was thinking is I didn't want this to be used in a horizontal or a vertical. I wanted a diagonal. I wanted this on the diagonal. So I'm going to do it on the diagonal. Come hell or high water. Oh dear, that might be a difficult line to say. Oh, it's alright if I kind of catch it in the light. In the middle of the night, I go walking in my sleep. Does it mean that I can see it in this light? No, I can't. Yes, you can. There is a light here somewhere. So my channel has a lot of like music in, not necessarily music because I can't sing, but you know, I play some music. I usually have a bit of a jingle while I'm doing like some fast forwarding and the like. Sorry, I get incredibly thirsty, and now I'm going to have to resist the temptation to burp. Because, you know, don't do it in polite company. I changed all my blades before I came on air as well, because that's another thing I struggle with. I usually end up picking up a knife and it's got such a blunt blade on it, but I've changed both blades. So they are all ready to go, which means now I've got 2 blades on the desk. I can cut myself twice. Cut both hands at the same time. No, I don't often cut myself. Only when I'm getting too giddy. In the middle. No, stop singing in the middle of the night. I can't tell where that goes, so I'm gonna put that back on there. See if I can cut that against that cardboard without slicing through the cardboard, changing the shape, because we don't want that to happen, do we? Well, you might, but I don't. In the middle of the night. I'm definitely going to do the rest on the white background. Learned my lesson. In fact, actually, I'm going to use that one. I'm going to use it maybe in this kind of configuration. As my background, because I really like that purple. And what shall I use it instead of? Which one? I don't know yet. I will figure it out. I can't see it. Let's use a smaller ruler. It's not going to make any difference, but oh no, you know what? It does. I can't see as much shadow. So I'll cut this. So what I might do is I might cut all of these pieces and come back to you. So there might be a fast forward, there might be a bit of music. I don't know. We'll soon see, but I'll see you back in a second.
In the heat of June, we summon the moon. Spooky vibes rise in the crafting room. Witches and webs with a paper twist. Dash of Dave's got a folio you can't resist. Creep on June.
Okay, so I've cut these out. Now what I did was I cut these 6, I think, well there might be 7 actually, 7. And there's these 6. And so what I thought was, you know, I've got more if I need more. So what we're going to do is we're going to have this one. I think I'm going to have at the front. I'm going to have here, and that one's going to go there. That's kind of prime spot. So we are going to stick these down onto the various panels, and that's. I hope that made it. It was quite. What? I was going to say, you know when like your brain doesn't work. I don't know whether your brain ever doesn't work, but mine doesn't work quite often. I was thinking I wanted to have it as a background, and I hope it made sense when I said if you open it up, there's a body in there. Because I think that's logical that it would be on the bottom bit, not on the lid. So, unless somebody dropped it upside down when they were burying it. So anyway... Before I kind of get myself into any more hot water, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start layering these up. So putting these into place, and then we'll start choosing where we're going to put our people. So sorry if it's raining. I've just had a drink and it's all in my moustache, and it's, yeah, every time I talk it kind of projects. So I apologise. Too much information, but you know me, king of information, king of too much information anyway, which we all know. Not the king of wishful thinking, but the king of too much information. King of wishful thinking. Who sang that? Was that Go West? Was it Go West? I don't even know whether Go West made it out to the UK. I don't even know whether they were a British band. I think they were. Definitely a product of the 80s. They were. So. I can't think who it is. I've been singing somebody all morning. I can't think of who it is. It's I don't mean as in who it's by. That gonna cause an issue on there. Slight issue there. Let's just see. We can get it anyway. Let's see if we can stick it down first before we worry about the issue. Is it causing an issue? Yes, it is. So let's get a ruler. Get a ruler now. Fold it up, Dave. Fold it up, put it down, turn it round, and then just kind of slicey. Get slicey with it. Not spicy, but slicey. Slightly torn it at the bottom there, but it'll be fine. There we go. So that's that one. Okay, so then that's going to fold. Is that what it does? Fold up, that one fold down, or is it the other way around? I think it folds down first. It does fold down first. So the fold down one, we will have maybe this one on. So we want to make sure that that fits nicely. So the best thing to do is put a contrasting colour behind so I can see whether it's spilling over, but I want something that's not got anything on the back of it. There, put that on there, and then put that on, and we'll be able to see whether it's hanging off the edge or whether it's slight overhang, a bit like my tummy, just a slight overhang. if only it was only a slight overhang on my tummy, but I'm just going to rub my nail over it, because then that'll kind of give me an impression of where it is. Get there. Now, if you saw me in the fast forwardy bit, if I left it in, you'll see that I cheated and didn't cut them all individually. I cut them all as a solid block by using a couple of paper clips to hold them together. First picture of you. That's the song I've been singing all morning. First picture of you. The first picture of summer. Hear the flowers scream their joy. Yeah, I want to cut that a little bit more, that shape. Cut a little bit more off, not a little more on. Who are you calling it more on? Doesn't work when you say more off, Dave. Shut up. Shut up, Dave. So. Does it fit now? Let's make sure it fits. It'll fit enough. I think I've cut a little bit too much off, but I don't care, 'cause it fits now. Anyway, it's really hard to make these pieces fit, because it's not like I can use a square to cut round. You have to use a coffin, and the coffin shape that I made is the coffin shape that I made, and so my coffin shape is a bit random. Even that doesn't have straight edges, so I could have done it on the cricket. However, I chose not to, because I wanted to make it easier for other people to make, even if they don't have a cricket. So even if they can only play tennis. Oh, forget it, Dave. Cricket, tennis, you know, you think you're funny. It's the other people that don't. The other people that have a problem. Oh, that's the best thing to do, Dave. Flip it over. Ooh, hello. Slice off a few fingers. And Bob's your uncle. Hear the flowers scream their joy. Yeah, I don't know who sings it, but it's been in my head. It's the hear the flowers scream their joy that was been stuck in my head. I was thinking, what a fantastic lyric. So, the 80s, you know. When hair and shoulder pads were big, but attitudes were bigger. So that's that one. And then, yeah, did cut it a little bit short on the shoulder, but never mind, it can't tell too much. So then that one's next. So what should we have on there? Should we have, let's have something to kind of break it up a bit, have a bit of a blood splattered one. I mean, I guess that's what it's supposed to be, is blood splatter. Let's see if that fits like that. No, it doesn't quite. And turn it round, it does right now. La 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 la. So if I put this on here, this should give me a better indication as to whether it's cut correctly. It's not. Oh, blimey, Dave. What did you do? What did you do? No, it's all right. It's just at that shoulder again. It's the shoulders. It's those shoulder pads that are getting in the way. The first bit, I really shouldn't cut like this angle, but I did it for you guys. So of course you could make this however you like. You can put more layers in. You could stack some single individual cards into it. I just liked the idea of having a fold out folio in the shape of a coffin. I just thought that was a bit different. I haven't seen it done before, but it doesn't mean to say it hasn't been. I am not saying I am unique in my ideas. If there is somebody out there that is also doing it, then kudos to them that they have come up with the same idea as me. But I did want to do something that was maybe a bit different from my perspective, so because it's really interesting. Halloween is something that I don't normally do anything with. I don't celebrate Halloween, and I think maybe because I don't celebrate it, I guess I'm not constrained by the norms. I mean, I'm never constrained by the norms. There's no norm in me to constrain me. Somebody needs to constrain me sometimes. So which one do I want to fold over first? I want to fold that one over, 'cause that one will go in there much better. Don't know why I'm singing, but I am, and so I'm clever. Oh dear, why are you singing stupid things, Dave? Sorry, just cutting off any overhang, just to make sure, which is the best thing about using a metal ruler, you could use it as something to cut on, just to make sure that it all closes nicely, because, you know, we want to make sure it does. We're spending our time and efforts on these things. You want to make sure it does what you think. And if you don't worry about it, you know, if it doesn't happen first time, nobody needs to know. Well, it's not like I can hide from it, because I do mine live on, not live, but I do mine on YouTube, and everybody can see that I've made a mistake. But I don't mind making mistakes, because that means that it gives you permission to. It's not about mistakes either, it's about fine-tuning. In this case, it's not about a mistake, it's about fine-tuning. Fine-tuning it so that it all fits together nicely. That way, that way, that way, that way. Or which way am I doing? That way, that way, that way, that way. Let's do that way, that way. So, which one is going to be my last one? It's going to be this one, which is going to have that one on. Is that right? Hang on, no, hang on, I've folded in something that shouldn't be folded in. That one shouldn't be folded in yet. That one, so that's 1, 2, and 3. Okay, I need 2 more before I get to that one. So, which 2? Those 2, definitely those 2. So I shall do this one first. Again, let's just put it on the template. Now if I'd cut them all individually, it would have been more right, less wrong. I think that's fine. Until I put it on there, and then I might need to cut some of it off, but and you know, just do what you want to do. I mean, like, I have no idea about how to make a coffin, what shape a coffin was, and then it dawned on me it's actually just an elongated diamond, you know, like a faceted diamond, like you'd wear that on your ring finger like that, but it'd be a lot shorter. And well, hopefully, unless you're a multi-billionaire, in which case don't go out wearing a diamond like that. You are sure to lose it or have it lost for you. Anyway, it's a bit ostentatious if you walk around with a diamond like that on your hand. Flip that over. Oh look, it's a little bit long, so cut it off so it's not long or wrong. Okay, how many times do I need to cut it? Just cut. Cut. Damn you. Right, so this is where it's going to get a little bit. Let me just do that so I can get that out of the way and then have to do it again. Just want to get rid of this line of paper. Cool, get rid of that. Then do that again. Put that back, put that out. There we go. Oh, why did that not go right? Better. Right. I've lost the plot. Never had the plot, to be fair. That way, and then that way. Then that's the last one. That's that one. So this one is going on here. Here. Check it against the template. Seems okay, might be a little long, but we can sort that. So yeah, I would have preferred to have done this with inkjet, just because I'm not the king of shine. But you know, we've got laser jets at work, so I didn't really have much choice. And filming, well, not filming this, but certainly prepping for this on the run up to it was before payday, and you know how it gets before payday. It gets a little bit tight, so well, it certainly does in this house. So I had to, I was not in a position to go and buy some more ink. Also, it's very hard to find places that stock ink these days. I usually tend to buy it on Amazon, which would have meant I'd have had to wait for it to come, and it's not always next day delivery. I think it must come from a third party vendor. Next day delivery is usually there's something reserved for Amazon owned products. So, and like I said, I don't think it's an Amazon. Well, I don't mean like they make their. They might make their own, I don't know. But what I mean is, shut up, Dave. What I mean is, don't over-explain it, Dave. Well, no, what I mean is, it's not something that's... Maybe they stock, especially because my printer's quite an old printer. I have no reason to get rid of it, so it's still working. So, right, this is the one where we want this one on. Let's just check that I must print this separately. Sorry, cut this separately, so it should be better fit. Yeah, so that is going to go on there. Just make sure it goes all up to the edges and everything. I am parched. Nobody else in the house, so nobody's going to be making me a drink. So, might have to pause after this bit and go and get some drink. Vic's not here, he's at work. It's Father's Day in the UK. I don't know, is that like Mother's Day? In that, I mean, I know it's not the same day as Mother's Day. I mean, in that it's a different dates around the world, or is it something that's kind of universal? Is it like, is it Father's Day everywhere? I don't know. Well, I mean, it's Father's Day recording. When I'm recording this, obviously that's a different date to when you'll be seeing it. I'm recording this on Sunday the 15th of June. You'll be seeing this on Friday the 19th of June, I believe. Well, Friday the 19th? No, Friday the 20th, Dave. Friday the 20th, you're right. So that's my day, because that's why my paper was the 20th. So I've got a slight overhang there that I just need to get rid of without cutting my fold off. You mean like that, Dave? And you just dug straight into your fold? Yeah, just like that. There we go. So that's our pages down. So now what we need to do is cut out our people to go in our coffins. So let's have a look at who we're going to put in a coffin. I'm so sorry. I mean, like, I didn't choose for you to be deaded. You're a maybe. Right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to get a drink, so I'll be back in a second. What I'm now going to do is I'm going to cut these people out. We need 6, don't we? So 1, 2, not him, not that one, not those, what? Oh yeah, them, him. There's 1, 2, 3. Not that one. 4. 3, 4. Well, where are they now? 4. Oh yeah. 5, 6. Oh, it might be 7. I don't know. Anyway, I'll cut them out and I'll come back to you.
Cut and glue by the light of a summer moon, with Tracie Fox's kiss and a coffin design. Dave's creepy craft is looking mighty fine. Bats in the margins, ghosts all in place. Ink stained fingers leave a haunted trace. Junk journal crew, we ride the broom, crafting Halloween right here in June. So grab your glue and your vintage glue. It's creep on June, your crafting room with
Okay, so I've cut them all out. So I'm not quite sure how I'm going to have them. I think I want him on the front simply because he needs to be able to get out, doesn't he? To go and bite people. Obviously his cloak isn't going to fit, so I was thinking if I could maybe cut it so I can like bring it in. So does his inner cloak fit? So I was thinking maybe if I kind of cut like, I'm giving it a bit of a wiggle on purpose, like that, and maybe bring it in somehow, or might even cut it off. Like that, and then see if I could bring it in a little, so it's like he's covered up, like somebody's thrown his cloak in, or he's wrapped it round himself as he's got back in, because you know he's a vampire. He won't have stayed in there, will he? So and again, just a bit of a wiggly line up to the top, and then he should then fit in. Don't know whether I want the cloak in now, but let's just see. That's that side, isn't it? Maybe bringing the cloak in so that it kind of extends him. And this one, this way. Yeah, oh, actually, I quite like that. Yeah. So, I'm also thinking though that maybe I need something to lift them. So I was thinking I might mount them on some just ordinary paper. I mean, this is chemical symbol paper, but like, you know, it could be runes or somebody casting a spell or whatever, you know. Yeah, so I think I'm actually am going to do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to glue these bits down first onto him, and then glue him down onto that. Actually, that's the wrong way around. Put that under there. Put that around to there. And that all turned in like that, so that's on there. I'm just going to glue that bit down, that really thin piece, so it sticks up there. And the same with that piece, so it doesn't go walkabout like that. And then glue them onto here, just so that it kind of lifts it off the page a little, and then ink it as well to kind of give it a background. I don't know whether I think I want her on this kind of text, like almost like somebody has reversed cast a spell. I just want him to have some lettering behind him. Or just I know what I didn't do. Didn't cut out from behind his ears. I am not the world's best fussy cutter, and I do try to make it very easy for myself when I'm cutting, so I'll skip bits out from trying to go round them with my scissors and just come back to them and snip them out. Don't cut his ears off, Dave. That's good. Good boy. So, let's get some stick glue and stick him down. That confused me. I was thinking, what? Did I cut it out wrong? No, it's just the other way around. Just up the other way, Dave. Careful not to drag his wings off, or his cape, or whatever it is. In fact, I might just pop it like that. Stick him down, and then just, I might tear him out this time. You're thinking, that's not very good tearing, Dave. This is the first tear. Not Fred Astaire. Fred Astaire. Sorry. Oh, it's a poor joke when you have to say it twice. I'm going to just tear it. So, bit of an edge, fairly close. Don't want to go too close, but fairly close, just so that it kind of lifts him off the page a little. And I'll, like I say, I will ink around him and give him a bit more of an aura. And then we can see what he looks like this time. I mean, you know, if all else fails, I can always just re-fussy cut him and take him off the book page. But I just think the book page is just going to lift it a little, because it's very highly patterned paper, and you just need something to kind of break, you know, the eye line. Not, I don't want you to break your eyeliner. So I'll first of all just tear roughly around here and then go in deeper in a minute. Stick that down. And do this bit. That song is still in my head. I'm so sorry. I think what you'd have thought while I was cutting it earlier, I'd have found out what the song I was singing, but I didn't. I forgot all about it. Sorry. You can tell I've got glue on here because it's sticking to my fingers. I just prefer a torn edge on some things, not everything. Some things just help it to kind of stand out. For me, a torn edge gives it a bit more of a aged feel. Maybe I've got a torn edge, that's maybe why I feel so old. Cool, right, okay, let's just see whether he kind of stands out better now. Yes, he definitely stands out better now. Right, I'm happy with that. Just reshape him a little bit up here. Didn't want to ink it if I was going to cut it off, so yeah, so I will ink around. Where is my ink? It's my ink, not my ink. I wasn't looking for my ink. What was I looking for? Let's use some walnut stain. This Dauber thing. Nessun Dauber. Nessun Dauber. Also gives it for me, this kind of like, it's giving me a bit of a shroud vibe. Especially with the extra coloration on it. The pointy bit to get in there. Not much point if I don't use it. Not much point if I don't use pointy bit. Forget it, Dave. People don't get it. You have to explain it. They're not getting it. Or they're deliberately not listening. They're trying to get you to shut up. If you don't listen, then it usually means somebody's trying to get you to shut up. So, okay. So, I'm going to pop him in there. He might hang over a little. He does a little He does hang over a little. Maybe just reshape him on that bit there. So it's not quite as wide on that bit. Cool. So he's going to go on there. Yeah, I think I'm happy enough to glue him down, you know. Except for just there is a little bit too big. Again, just tear him off there. Let's glue him down. Yeah, he definitely needs to be able to get out, to, you know, so he needs to be at the top. So, oh, yeah, no, that's right, that's that way. So, he's at the top so he can get out quickly. You know, you don't have to, like, push past everybody to get out at night to go and bite somebody's neck, do you? It's just such a pain in the bum. So, right, I want him last. I think that he went in first, therefore he's decayed more. I think he's also going to be quite low down. I think maybe her next. Don't know what background I want her against. Sorry, I nearly broke her neck then. Yeah, I think her on this background. Again, I think I'm going to do a bit of a well, artistic license on a skirt, dress, whatever it is. Skirt. I don't think she's wearing a skirt, Dave. Just put a bit of a line where I need to come. I've cut it down a bit, I'm afraid. So I'm afraid of her. I don't know about you. But yeah, I think she needs a bit of an outline as well. So I think this kind of almost Rooney type thing. If we do it that way up, it won't look quite so that way up. Or do it that way up. Let's do it that way. Okay, so I need to glue it down, don't I? Let's use some of this to glue her off, so I don't get that sticky thing again where I get my fingers stuck. Don't know how I managed to get glue on her. She doesn't look happy, to be fair. She's definitely got that look of, did I leave the iron on this morning? Give her a rub down. The first rip is the deep. First cut. How's the first cut is the deepest go? First cut is the deepest, baby. I know. The first rip is the deepest. Yeah, no. Oh, you see, I entertain myself. No one else, but I entertain myself. That's all that matters, isn't it? So as long as you keep not harming anybody else, it doesn't make any difference whatsoever. Now I know it gets a little bit wide here, so I'm not going to bother trying to leave an outline at the very bottom there. I know you can't really tell that there's any kind of symbols in the background, but it might just give enough of a hint to somebody's hexter to make sure she stays dead. I'm really terrible because I don't celebrate Halloween. I don't really know much about it, so that's the problem when you're well, not problem. It's not a problem, really, is it? But that's the pointed difference. Is the fact the pointed hat is was brought up very religious, and we didn't kind of do these kind of things. So I don't really have like it's deep in my culture or anything like that. So I mean, like, I'm not religious anymore, but also I don't really enjoy parties. So I'm typically autistic in that way. I am autistic, in case everybody says, well, why do you say you're typically autistic? Because I am autistic, but I'm not. I don't present particularly autistically because I spent so much time masking it, and also I still spend a lot of time masking it so that people don't pass negative comments. So I'm of that age where I'm not quite of, you know, so younger people are encouraged to be themselves, whereas we were not encouraged. We were encouraged to shut up and stay quiet until we're spoken to. So that's not my family. I mean, I had a good upbringing, but society was like that at the time. Kids should be seen and not heard, and are very often not seen either. So sorry if you can hear a dog barking. It's not me throwing my voice. It's a dog barking. Strangely, it's next door's dog barking. They're in the garden. It's nice and hot weather, so they should be out playing in the garden, shouldn't they? So I need to. I don't want to really chop her fingers off. Might have to, but I might just bury her a little bit higher up than the others, and so we can get her all in. Yep, I'm going to put her like that, and then what we'll do is we will cut anything off that's hanging over the edge. So, sorry. Griselda, whatever your name is. Griselda the Witch? No, wasn't she with the good one in The Wizard of Oz? Was it Griselda was the good witch? What was the other one called? The Wicked Witch of the West, but I can't. Well, I'm sure she had a name other than the Wicked Witch. I mean, like, you know, it'd be great to have a title like that, wouldn't it? When you enter a room, not be called by your name, but the. The Wicked Witch. The Dash of Dame. Chop those fingers. I didn't. Oh, it's all right. I didn't chop many of her fingers off. It's all right. She can still cast a spell, so be careful what you say. She might hex you. And there as well. That actually says hex. There's a little there. It says hex, and like isn't that weird? Isn't that weird, Dave? So right, hang on. Where are we? That way. It was that way. So that's that one. So who should we have here? Maybe him. Him. Yeah, definitely him. I don't know. The background I think goes with him. It's almost like workings out, scientific workings out in the background. Again, you've got problems with your arms, love. I might have to chop them off. So if I'm going to again put him on some paper. Make sure I'm not throwing anything away that I need. What I will do now is I'll come back to you. I'll put all of these on paper and then we'll come back. Yep. Just to speed it up so you don't have to be here while I'm doing the same thing all the time.
Let's haunt those pages and howl at the moon in June.
So they're all now cut out. So what we're going to do is we're going to assemble, and then I'm going to do some fussy cuts. And I think that's what I'm going to have. I'm going to have some of these on the inside lid. They're probably the same colour as though they've been buried in the same thing. You know, coffin lid is the same as the background. I'm sure that's what happens. I'm sure it's usually plain colours, but hey. And then I'm going to put some ephemera. Maybe I've kept some of these, which are the pictures that kind of go with the various things of them in their heyday. It's kind of it works in my head. So I don't, because you're a little bit big. You've got too much going on here, love. Let's see if we can get you to kind of fold in without you looking ridiculous. I mean, like you are Frankenstein anyway, so you do look ridiculous. Well, no, you're Frankenstein's monster. Frankenstein was the doctor, wasn't he? So what actually I might do is rather than bending, I might cut there, and then kind of just change the angle of these limbs so they kind of come in, because actually he's got his entire limb is missing, so because I've cut around his hand, so maybe if we kind of do that, that'll be okay. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. So what I'll do is I'll just glue that tiny tip there. If I haven't left the lid off the glue, that would be easier. And then also, so it just sticks behind. I mean, it looks like he's grabbing his bottom, but like, hey. And then this one can go here. Yeah, that's fine. So I'll just stick that on. And I'll just colour that in. You can't see the white edge where I've cut it. Hang on, don't do that there, because you want it in place so you can see where it needs to be. There we go, like that. Again, if I have it behind him, I think. Yep, we'll do that. So, I mean, like, obviously you can do what you like. So, you know, this is just an idea. Like, if you preferred them without the torn paper behind, I just think it lifts them a little. He looks like he's got a bit of an aura going on there, though. Rita aura. No. I was thinking something that was... So, this is kind of bloody, so I was thinking... It also looks like, I mean, it's tree, but it like almost like it's drawing you in. Like, so I think he might be perfect for that. Again, a little bit too wide, I think, at the bottom. A little bit too wide there as well. And we'll just snip that bit off, so we can put him there. Yeah, that's fine. That's perfect. I mean, say him, or it could be a her. Oh, I've got random stuff playing in my head now. Do you want to know what I've got? I've got two songs playing simultaneously. I have T for two, and two for tea, me for you. Oh, by the way, the ice cream van is going to come along now, so you'll hear jingling in the background till as the ice cream van has arrived. Apologies, I had to pause it because I couldn't compete with the sound of the ice cream van. So, okay, so that's that one on there. So now I think, or I'll go with maybe him or him. No, him first. So again, he's got his arms hanging out. So we're going to have to chop them off. We'll have it kind of like hanging down, maybe. His ears are a thing. He is a thing, which is great, useful, Dave. He is a scarecrow after all, so he can be contorted. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to round that bit there. I'm going to ink around there, and then I think I'm going to stick that kind of there, so it looks like he's been broken. I might just chop that very end off because there isn't much of his sleeve left there. Yeah, so I'm going to put that on. Let's do that now. And now I can hear the ice cream van on the next street along, so no escaping the ice cream van. It's almost like that could be a horror film in itself. There's no escaping the ice cream van. Coming to a cinema near you. Soon. But not in June. Might have to chop his limb off a bit more now. There we go, that's him. And then I think we've got the last one, which is the deepest one, that's him. So we'll have him there again. He's going to have to have bits of his limbs chopped off, I think. Or we just re-angle him, I don't know. That way. Re-angle you like that. Oh, I can easily re-angle you, that's good. Because you're just bone, after all. There's no skin, just bone. A bit like me, that's what they say when I go to be weighed. He's all bone. Never have they ever. Oh dear, I've made a pig's ear of that. I've got that stuck to my finger now. Yeah, that's better. That heel fits on there now. Never have I ever have. No, never gonna get him, never gonna get him, never gonna get, never gonna get him. Yeah. Boop, 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 boop. I don't know the song. It's just in my head. This is the problem. I hear lots of songs in my head, but I don't necessarily know what they are and how they go. Cool. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick all the other bits on and fussy cut, and I'll come back to you for the assembly. Yep. We're back from outer space. I just walked in to find you here with that sad look. Yeah. So what I have also done is I have cut another piece of this out, which is that veneer, but I've also stuck it onto another piece of card, which I think I'm going to stick to the front because I don't know what really to put on the front. And so what we're going to do is we're going to put in here a few bits, like just memories of, you know, when they were young and I don't know, fun. Just things to remind them of their past, and also some bits. So I thought I might put a moon in the corner there, and that. In fact, I will do that. Which way up is the moon? Which way up is the moon? I don't suppose it really matters, does it? As long as it looks like a moon. Yeah, so we'll just stick that on there, and then what we'll do is we'll just kind of trim it off. Or maybe we won't, depending on whether my glue wants to play. It's like doing your cannon. You have to kind of, stoke the gunpowder in it. So I'll just glue it all, and then whatever doesn't need to be there, I will cut off. So that's the moon, and then I thought I might just have him maybe with a heart. I don't know. So what else have I got? So I've got that. I need to have something with her. So I was thinking maybe that was her cat. And maybe a recipe. What else? So I thought I'd have that on the front. No, that's not really appropriate. So yeah, maybe that and that on there. So in fact, I like that, so I'm going to do that. So I'm just going to stick those two together first. I'll then just, I was going to ink it, I was just going to ink it, and then I can't find the ink. But it's there, found it, panic over, stand down. So yeah, that there. Just enough glue on it to stick it down, don't need to, doesn't need reinforcements. So that with her, and then he, I thought, could have, oh yeah, his memories. Oh yeah, there's her as well. Sorry, just realised. I thought, she could have her memories of her. So when she was looking good, she was looking good. So, better, not good. But yeah, so she can have those. Then we've also got, all right, yeah, so he is this fella. So I thought maybe that with, he's kind of the Grim Reaper, so I thought I'd give him his letter as well. What else have we got? Oh yeah, and that's when he was looking good. I cut that into a coffin shape because it's a weird shape on the kit. So like I just thought, oh, I'll make use of that weirdness and turn it into a coffin, which I did. So I'm just going to stick that kind of like that, and then flip it over and do this as well. Like that, and then have him maybe there. Yeah. I don't know, don't know whether they were buried with anything, but these have been buried with pictures of themselves to remind them of their foolish ways of taking the dark path. And yeah, I don't know. It kind of makes sense in my head. Doesn't mean it to make sense in anybody else's, does it? So, so this is the Scarecrow, and I don't remember whether I had anything of the Scarecrow. So I thought I could put maybe his long lost love, and I don't know whether that's supposed to be the Scarecrow. I can't remember now. But yeah, I thought I'd put those two together. I think I might put him down first, actually. So. and then put her on top. And then we have open like that, and then we have, oh yeah, that's him. He looks really happy, doesn't he? I'm not sure he'll fit. Is there more than, oh, that's, no, that's not him. That's the scarecrow, isn't it? Oh well, we won't use that. What I might do is I might chop this down a little bit more. So yeah, I'm going to cut that bit off, otherwise he won't fit. His teenage years, he looks a bit grumpy. There's that. There's not a lot going on there. Maybe a heart for him then. Yeah, so we'll have that composition. That. Oh, there's the scarecrow. That. And of course you could put pockets and all sorts of things on this, but like I'm just doing giving you the idea, but like a nice little fold out thing, which, well, I say nice, it's, you know, it's Halloween, so that's his. So he's got a preserved heart because obviously he's made of that kind of component materials. Oh, I think I might use, oh no, that's the definitely scarecrow. I thought I might use him on there. Oh yeah, there's a letter for Frankenstein, but if we covered it like that, you wouldn't know it was for Frankenstein, would you? Yeah, I might do that. And we'll do that. Let's glue those two together first. I'll glue it together so you can't see the Frankenstein thing. Then we'll put that on there like that. We're just going to take that bit off. Bit of nail marking. And then again glue all of that. Oh, don't stick to that. Yeah, and then what have we got? Oh, is that? Oh, that's the last one of them. So him and him. It helps you to also know which one folds into what. That one, and we do still have the. Oh, I'll give this to the Dracula. Maybe that, and a heart. Yeah. Okay. So we'll do this first. I know that moon is still hanging off, but don't worry, I shall sort that out in a second. I thought the moon was appropriate for him. That's the kind of time that he goes out, isn't it? Night. Can't be in daylight, is that right? I don't know. Don't know enough about that kind of thing. I guess the other thing is, I don't like horror movies, so I think that's possibly another reason why I don't really do Halloween, because I'm not a big horror. Well, I'm sure I was a horror as a child, but not so much now. Right, I think that's way too much on there, so just wipe that off there because I'm going to stick it down anyway. And does she want that as well? That too much for her? No, it's not. Well, we might just trim her a little bit more though. The heydays when she was flying on a broom. So, well, she's not on her broom, but she's got a broom, I think. Yeah, she has. I'll stick her there. Yep. cool. I love it. Right, okay, let's just see if does the scarecrow have enough. So I gave him this, and this, maybe. No, I think he's got enough. Because there isn't enough room, so. And then we want to cut the moon bit off. That's the overhang. Reach for the moon. Because if you miss, you'll fall among the stars. Is that not from... That's definitely not from a horror movie, I know that. It's too hopeful for a horror movie. The other thing I can't watch is I can't watch things that have got like no hope. So I could not watch The Handmaid's Tale. It just made me feel, without hope, and I can't cope with things like that. So I'm going to stick that to there, which I will do now. In fact, I'm going to put the glue on here because I'm not sure how much of this. I know that cover is slightly bigger, and that's why I wanted it. Is it just kind of covers it all up a little bit. I shall stick all of this down first, and then what I was thinking is I'll put that quote on the front of my coffin. That. Right, while I'm just waiting for that to kind of dry, I should just put a brick on it. Okay, and so yeah, and then I thought I could have the quote on the front. My fingers are filthy. And then maybe the bird as well. Hopefully that's stuck. So. Okay, so yeah, and then, so this on here. Yep, I like that. Let's just try and get it a little bit straight, Dave. At least a good stab at being straight. And I thought maybe a bird on the... No, I don't know if I'd have the bird there or to have the bird on the front of here. Maybe not the bird. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I should have the bird, but maybe with something. So the bird in a bowl. Is that? I know it's a different size bird. No, I'm not sure. Not sure about the bird, so maybe not the bird. And then, there we go. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to ink around the edges. And any white bits then, or the edge of the card isn't seen. And then that's it. So that's going to go in. That's going to go in there. Hopefully it will fit still. It does. That goes over the top of there. Like I said, I can show you how to make that. That's really easy to make. A coffin box. But I didn't, because I didn't want the video to be overly long. And also it doesn't showcase Tracie's great art. So that's that. Oops, it might be a little bit stiff in there a minute. And then what we have is we've got this quote on the front, it opens up, and we have Dracula, so he can escape easily. Then we've got the witch. Then we've got, I don't know, Grim Reaper. Then we have Scarecrow. Then we have, open it up like that. And then we have Frankenstein. Then we have the mummy. So, mummy! I want my mummy! So there you go. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope that's something you might give a go of. I can, give you templates and things for making this. It's quite simple, but if you want those, or you want the shape of the box, just let me know. Just pop it in the comments, and I will then come up with a video for that at some point. So, and there we go, and that all goes in there, and we've got our little coffin box. So yes, I hope you. By the way, it says RIP 1735 to 19. Sorry, to 19. That'd be a lot. They've been alive a long time, haven't they? 1735 to 1795, and it's Abreu is the surname. And why did I put that? I don't know. I just googled surnames, and I liked that. It was in the A category. It means I didn't have to scroll too far, and I wanted just a certain length. So there we go. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. My name is Dash of Dave. If you've liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't liked this video, then give it a thumbs down, but interact with it in some way, because that kind of helps me. It really is terrible, this algorithm. It really doesn't favour anybody that's a small channel. So please help me grow my channel. Thank you very much for letting me be part of the collaboration, Tracie. Really appreciate your support, and I will see you all very soon. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment and share, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, folks. Have a lovely day, morning, evening, whatever it is with you, and I will see you soon. Don't forget, love you all without exception until you give me a reason not to. So don't give me a reason not to, and I'll see you very soon. Take care, folks. Lots of love. Lots of hugs. See you soon. Bye.